Use formulae for perimeter and area to find the area. Okay, so let's find the area. So for this one here, the formula for area is going to be area equals length times width. The area equals the length. We've got the length, but we don't have the width just yet. Okay, so let's use a formula to find the perimeter. Equals 2L plus 2W. We could also use a different formula. Perimeter equals 2 brackets L plus W. Okay, so let's work these through. So we're given the perimeter, so that's 20, and that equals 2 times the length, which is 8, plus 2 times the width, which we don't have, but let's call it x. Okay, so 2 times x. And on this side as well, let's go with, we've got 20, so if we use this different formula, 20 equals 2, and then the length we have is 8, plus we don't have the width, but we've called it x for now. Okay, so back to the first method, 20, let's just tidy it up and see where we're at. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 2 times x is 2x, and we can see from here, it's a simple linear equation. With the other method, we have 20, and again, all we have to do now is multiply out of the brackets. So 2 times 8 is 16, let's make that a 6, and then 2 times positive x is positive 2x. And you see we're at the same stage with both equations. Okay, so the next line here, we have to cancel out the 16. So we minus 16, minus 16. So now 16 minus 16 is 0. We'll cancel that out. It's gone. And on this side, we're left with 2x. And on this side, 20 minus 16, that's 4. On the other side, let's check this out. We are already at 16 plus 2. Okay, so let's minus 16 on this side, minus 16 on this side. This cancels out. And we are at 2x. 20 minus, okay, so we're at the same stage, and on this side, multiplied by 2, divide by 2, both sides, multiplied by 2, divide by 2, both sides, remember? So what happens here is that cancels out to leave x, right? And on this side, 4 divided by 2 is 2. Same on this side, this cancels out, we're left with x, and on this side, 4 divided by 2 is 2. So both methods, whether you use method 1 on this side or method 2 on this side, it's the same amount of working out. The ultimate answer here, let's reformat correctly. So the variable goes on the left is 2, meters. And again, we rewrite this one as well. So the x goes on the left and its value goes on the right. Add the unit of measurement and we're good. So we're not quite finished yet because we now know that x is 2 meters, right? So that means the width is 2, and this is finished off. I can just drop this down a little bit. Okay, area equals 8 times 2 is 16. 16 what? We're talking about meters, we're talking area, so it's got to be squared. And so the final answer is the area equals 16 meters squared. Okay, so for the next one, let's do the same thing. So we've got area equals length times width. Area equals, we're given the length, which is 7. We're not given the width yet, so let's wait and see. Let's use P equals 2L plus 2W, and let's see where we get to. So we can substitute P for 20. We're given the value of P. 2 times L, so it's 2 times 7 plus 2. Let's call the width x. Okay, so the next line, let's tidy this up, is 14 plus 2x. We minus 14, cancels out, we're left with 2x. 20 minus 14 is 6. Divide by 2, cancels out, timesing by 2, equals x. And this is 3, so x equals 3 meters. So I now know that x equals 3 meters, and I now know that that's a 3. So area equals 7 times 3 is 21 meters squared because it's area. Okay. If I had used the other formula, it would have worked out like this. P equals 2 length plus width, 20 equals 2, 7 plus x. I multiply out of the brackets, that's 14 plus 2x minus 14 minus 14, I'm left with 2x. 20 minus 14 is 6. We divide by 2 on both sides to give me x on the right. 6 divided by 2 is 3, so we know that x equals 3. And just to be careful, we should have the units of measurement. Okay, so for the last one, again, let's just sort it out. So area equals length times width. Okay, that's the formula we need to get the final answer. In this case, we're not given the length, so we'll call it x, and we're given the, it's not length, it's x, and we're given the width, which is 2. Actually, it's not very helpful to call it x at this point. We'll figure out what x is worth, and then width is 2. Okay, so we need to figure out x, and that's where we use perimeter equals 2L plus 2W. So perimeter, we're given that, 22 equals 2 times x, because we haven't been given its value, plus 2 brackets 2, because the width is 2. Let's tidy this up. 22 equals 2x plus 2 times 2 is 4. So now we need to get rid of this plus 4, so we cancel it out by minusing 4. Got to do it to both sides, and we're left with 2x on the right. 22 minus 4 is 18. We cancel out the multiplying by 2 by dividing by 2, so we divide by 2 from both sides, and we're left with x equals 9. So x equals 9, and that should be meters. Okay, if I was to do it using the other formula, it would look like this. P equals 2 times L plus W, so it'd be 22 equals 2 x plus 2, and then it's 22 equals 2x plus 4, so minus 4 on both sides, that cancels that out, you're left with 2x. 22 minus 4 is 18, divide by 2, that cancels, 2x equals 9, and x equals 9 meters. So no matter which way you go, you're going to end up with x equaling 9, so we know that that is now 9 meters. You substitute that into the equation, because we know what L is now. So area equals 9 times 2, which is 18 meters squared.